Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to remove your hard drive from the original PlayStation 4 console and swap it into the new PS4 Pro console, or if you're buying a hard drive for the first time, you want to see how to install it into the PS4 console, this will work for that. Before starting, I did take a USB thumb drive and installed the PS4 software on it from the PlayStation website. So here's the original console. You just slide the hard drive cover on the top there to the left and it'll pop right up, and just put that to the side. The only tool you'll need for this is a small Phillips screwdriver, and as you see, you just take this one screw off the hard drive caddy that bolts it down to the PlayStation. Once you remove that, this hard drive caddy will just slide out straight, just like that, and then you'll have two screws on each side of the hard drive that bolts it down into the hard drive caddy. And I'm swapping this because in my original PlayStation I put a 1.5 TB hard drive in there, and the new PS4 console has the 1 TB hard drive. So since a lot of the games take a larger update for the enhancements, it's not a bad idea to go a little higher. And you just take both screws out on each side. And then this will just slide right out, and just keep note of which direction it's in so that when you slide it back in you have it in the right way. So here's the PS4 Pro console, and it's best to put it upside down to access the hard drive better. And this little tab this little cover has a little tab on the right hand side, and you can just pop this little tab off right there once you get a hold of it. Just pops off like that. And then just like the other console, you have one screw holding the caddy down into the system, and just remove that screw and this one will slide out just like the other console. So you just slide it out, and then it's the same exact thing as the other console, it's just the hard drive screwed in with two screws on each side onto the hard drive caddy. So just go ahead and remove those screws. If you're swapping hard drives from another PS4, you don't have to worry about it fitting into the new console because they use the same type of hard drives. If you're buying a new hard drive and they're installing it for the first time, make sure you check the PlayStation website for the specs, because not all the hard drives will fit. There are different sizes that you need for the PlayStation 4. But like I said, if you're taking it out of any other PS4, it will fit into this console. Alright, and then this one, after you take the screws out, it'll just slide out just like the other one. And now you got both your hard drives out. So here's the 1.5 TB I took out of the other console, and I'm just going to put it right back in the same way that the other one was sitting in there. And then when you put these little screws in the side, you might have to wiggle the hard drive a little bit to get it to line up. It's not very difficult. And I just used my my hand to get it started, and then just screwed it in with the screwdriver. And make sure you don't over tighten these, because you don't want to overdo it on this. You don't have to do it very hard. And I did notice from the one that I bought and upgraded into the other console, it did say it was 6 gigabytes per second compared to the one that was in here, and the old console said it was 3 gigabytes per second. I don't really notice a difference, but if you're going to buy one, I guess you might as well get the faster one. And I believe you could use a solid state drive as well. I haven't tried that, but that would probably make a quite a bit of difference on the speed, I would assume. Okay, and then yeah, I accidentally used the screw that you bolted down into the system with on the side, so just pay attention to what screws you're using so you don't accidentally put the wrong one in like I did. Didn't seem to affect anything, but just keep an eye on that. Then this will just slide right back into the console. And once you snap that back in there, you don't have to push on it very hard, just push it in there till it's in all the way. Just put the screw back down in there and you're done with that part. Now the little plastic cover, the little hole side, side with the hole right there goes down. It only goes in one way, and you just pop that right back in. Now when you start the console, hold the power button until it beeps the second time. I believe it's like 7 seconds to start in safe mode. I had to plug my thumbstick drive into the back USB of the PlayStation because the front it would not fit into with the way the console is designed. This little side parts of the USB wouldn't let my thumb drive stick in all the way, so I used the back USB port for that. And you gotta connect the controller, go down to initialize PS4 reinstall system software, hit OK. Now it's just gonna search for the software. And then hit yes here. Okay, and this takes a minute. It just initializes and then does a update, and then the system will restart here. Now when it restarts here, it'll go into the initial setup from the first time you started it up, and I downloaded all my saves onto the USB drive before I started too, so I'll just do this video a little bit longer to show you where I downloaded it at and how I uploaded them back on there. Okay, oh, and this part here, I noticed I had my controller plugged in the USB port too. It doesn't connect that way. The picture up on the screen shows number 1. I guess that does matter. And it, on the original console it did also. Yeah, I made sure it was in all the way. It had nothing to do with that. It had to go into the first port. Okay, once you're in, if you go to settings and then go down to the application save data management, here you can upload your saves to online storage or onto the USB drive, which I did before I started this. But then you can also copy them from the USB drive to the console, as you see there. And you'll have to sign in the PlayStation Network. When you do this though, I selected all saves and did it, but I noticed if you don't install the game first, it won't transfer the save, and then you have to, it asks you about every single save, and you have to hit the X button for every save that you've had, so it's kind of a waste of time, so make sure you download the games you want before you transfer the saves. When it does show all your games finally pop up, you can hit the options button to select more than one instead of doing them one at a time, so just keep that in mind also so you don't take forever copying them over. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section, and I really hope this will help you guys out with swapping out your hard drive or installing your new one, and thanks for watching.